Good morning, everyone. I am Eng Liang and this is Tan Han. In this video, we will be exhibiting our setup and design for the local area network for Fusionex Innovative Bhd. Fusionex is a recently established company that focuses on research and development, manufacturing, and marketing. The department that our design will accommodate would be the management department that consists of 80 hosts, administrative department that consists of 200 hosts, marketing department that consists of 1,200 hosts, research and development department that consists of 800 hosts, manufacturing plant that consists of 2,000 hosts, and finally the living quarters that consists of 5,000 hosts. The management, administrative, and marketing department are in one location, which is location A. Research and development department in location B, which are located close together, which is 30 meters apart. Further away of about 1 km would be location C, which is the manufacturing plant that is 100 meters apart from location D, which houses the living quarters. Firstly, we decided to use Class B private IP address, specifically at 172.29.0.0 for the IP addresses for Fusionex. This is because Class B would be able to fit all of our hosts, which is 9,280. A Class C network would not be sufficient because of its limited usable IP address, which is 126 usable IP address per subnet with the maximum of 2 subnets. We will divide the network topology into 7 subnets, each catering to the department that was stated just now and the connection between 2 different routers. We will also take into account of a 20% increase in the number of hosts in each department when designing. And this is the table of the result. According to FLSM theory, the largest amount of hosts that we would need to accommodate is 6,000. So, in order to come up with the subnet mask suitable, we will need to first 2 power 13 getting 8,192 hosts, then subtracting 13 from 32 getting 19. 19 would be the prefix for our subnet mask, and in binary form it would be 81.81.31 and proceeding by 0 and 255.255.224.0 in decimal. So, in conclusion, our IP address is 172.29.0.0 and the subnet mask would be 255.255.224.0. This would be the topology designed for Fusionex Innovative. As you can see, each sphere represents the length of a location. Here between location A and B and location C and D. Each length houses a router. Here is the router for location A, and here is a router for location B. It will connect to specific switches for each department. The PC are connected to safe switches who represent the hosts of the department. In the design, we decided to use empty switches and router. This is because they would provide excellent flexibility. This would allow us to flexibly configure each device to fit our specific needs for the topology. As I just said, Just now, we would use 172.29.0.0 as the subnet address and 255.255.224.0 as the subnet mask. In this table that I have made, a unique IP address between the first usable address and last usable address would be given to the host in each department according to the switch. Now, I will pass it to Jehan and explain about the addressing table.
Hi, I am Tan Jehan and I will be introducing the addressing table. Routers and switches each have ports that we will need to plug in and configure. Each port corresponds to an instance within the device. In this table, for example, an instance of G5-0 within the router PTMD location AB hosts an IPv4 address of 172.29.160.1 with the subnet mask of 255.255.224.0. Upon connecting to the switch, for example switch PT empty management department of the management department, the switch will hold an IP address of 172.29.160.2. Finally, when the switch connects to the management department host, the host will take up all the IP until last usable IP, which is 172.29.191.254. This logic applies to all routers and devices in the table. Then I will be proceeding to explain how to configure each device. Here, we will need to configure the hostname for the devices, router, and switch. First, go into Enable, the CLI tab for the router and the switch. We press Enable, then press Configure Terminal. Proceeding, we press Hostname, proceeding with the hostname that you will need to name the device. Then press Exit. Then for configuring the router and the switch, go into the CLI tab, type in enable, type in configure terminal to go into the config tab, enable secret, proceeding with the secret to set the password to go into the config tab. Then press line console 0, hashtag password, proceeding with the password, then press login to save the password for entering the device. Then press line VTY015, proceeding with the password, then press login to save password to make sure that line 0 until 15 is secure. Then we will type in service password encryption to encrypt all the password that we set just now. Then we will type in banner MOTD and set the message to be shown when we enter into the device. Lastly, we will need to copy running config, startup config, copying the settings that we have just made into the startup config. Then the devices that we would need to configure are router, switch, and PCs. Go into the router CLI tab, type in enable, type in configure terminal to go into the config tab, then type in IP route, subnet address, proceeding with the subnet mask, then the router IPv4 address. Then we will need to configure the switch. Go into the switch CLI tab, press enable, press configure terminal. Then we will need to press in interface VLAN 1 to go into the VLAN 1 interface. Then we type in IP address following with the IPv4 address and the subnet mask. Then we will press no shutdown for this switch to never shut down. Then we will go into the config, or we will need to press in IP default gateway to configure the default gateway for the device. Lastly, we need to configure PC with the IP address and the subnet mask. Here, I will introduce pinging connectivity from a device to another device. We will start off from the administrative department. We will ping the device across from us, which is the living quarters. Here is shown that we are successfully in pinging the device outside our connection, outside our router to another router. As you can see here, the reply is fully sent and there's 0 packet loss. Then we will ping to the location across from us, which is location B, ping 172.29.96.254. As you can see here, the result is the same. There is no packet loss and the replies are fully sent. Then we will try to ping the device that is directly beside us, or in this situation, the floor above or below us. The floor below us here, the marketing department 172.29.95.254. As you can see here, the result is also the same. Everything is reached and there is zero packet loss. So that's all for our video. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.